Today in this video, we're going to talk about what you need to do to prepare your credit to buying a home in 2022. Check it out. Hi, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. Okay, let's talk about for a second what we need to do, what we need to make sure our credit looks like before we buy a house. I always try to tell y'all stuff to save you time, save you stress, save you trouble, okay? And this really came to mind when I had a buyer's consultation Friday with the young lady that I've been talking to online. And so she was like, can we sit down and meet? And I was like, yes, I would really prefer that, because you can get to, know people and everything. And she wanted me to look at, she has the free Experian account. Hello, she's done some homework. And so she wanted me to see what her Experian report said. And one thing it said was that you have a thin file, meaning because she only had two things reporting on her credit report. And one of those was an authorized user account. So it really wasn't even her account, okay? Go to Experian, get the free account. You don't have to pay the $20 a month or $24.95, whatever it is. Get the free account because it's going to give you very good information. If your file is thin, then you need to add trade lines. I know you would think they would want you to have no debt, no nothing, but they want to see a history of how you pay your debt. That's all it is to it. Okay. So in her example there, she only had two trade lines reported. So I told her to go get a couple of secured credit cards. Remember, your credit report is about your payment history. But to get your score up, it's looking at revolving debt, revolving credit. So it's looking at your credit cards. It's looking at your store cards. It's looking at your gas cards. It's looking at revolving every month. It's looking at revolving credit. If you don't have any revolving credit, your score is going to be low. Your score is going to be very low. Okay? So add trade lines. Add revolving trade lines. So in this instance, what I advised this lady to do was to add the self-credit. I have a link in the description, and full disclosure, that's an affiliate link. So I will be compensated slightly for it, and at no cost to you. But I advise her to do self-credit, which reports more like an installment loan. But I also gave her two secured cards to start. Two secured revolving credit lines. Okay? So that's going to help with the thin file issue. Okay? So again, make sure that you have some revolving credit. If you have all installment loans, you will never have a high credit score. It just won't happen. If that's all you got is installment debt, it just won't happen. You got to have other stuff on there with it, okay? So, like I told you, I told her to get the self-credit and two revolving credit cards. Links will be in the description. The next thing it told her is that one of her trade lines was reporting a rolling late, like a 30-day, 60-day, 30-day, 60-day late, even though she caught it up over 2 years ago. She said she had tried to dispute it before. I'm going to tell you something that worked for me personally. Now, I'm not saying it'll work with all creditors, but it worked for me. And mine was on a car loan too. Once that car loan is closed, once you pay it off, because she was paying it off like next month. Once you paid it off, make sure it reports closed on the credit bureau. A lot of times, these creditors, if you go back and dispute after it's closed, A lot of times they don't even report. They won't even say anything. They won't even deny it. They won't even dispute your dispute. Because if you come on there and say, well, here's where I caught it up, this month right here. So I don't know where all these other lates are coming from because I caught it up. And it's a closed account. Believe me, half the time, people, they will not dispute your dispute. So when they don't reply, because it is a closed account, because it's an old account or whatever, a lot of times you can get those removed simply because they don't reply. Like, again, I'm not saying that works with everybody, but I'm just saying give it a shot. I've had that happen. And in fact, pay it off. She's paying it off early. Then I would call. And I say, hey, I paid it off. I paid it off early and everything. Is there any way we can get these removed now that the account is closed? Because I did catch it up, whatever. Again, like I tell y'all, don't be afraid to call and get a real person on the phone. Because a lot of times people on the phone who work there, they've been through the same thing you have. And if you may catch the right person on the right day and they be willing to just remove that. But you won't know if you don't try. So again, once it's closed, try disputing it. Try disputing old lates. See if that doesn't help. And it's not going to help your score a whole lot. But just, hey, why not? It ain't going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and try disputing them or call and see if they'll remove it. There are different things that you can do. So just read what your credit report says and then develop a plan of action behind what you need to do. And remember what I told you in previous videos is that you need your credit score and your credit as straight as possible, not only to qualify for the mortgage, but there's going to be several other times. Like when you go to get homeowners insurance, they pull credit too. They pull your CLUE report to see if you filed claims before. They will pull the report for that property that you're trying to buy. And a lot of times they pull credit on you. So don't get to the point of where you have gotten, okay, you barely squeaking by. You barely got your approval. Okay, you ain't even got your whole head above water. You got like your forehead above water. But you ain't, you still underwater with the rest of your stuff. Don't let that low credit score or that bad credit report make your homeowner's insurance so high that it blows your DTI. Again, remember that. Don't do that. Make sure that you have the cleanest credit report that you can have and the best credit score, because it will come into play when it comes to doing the simplest things, such as getting your homeowner's insurance, to make sure your homeowner's insurance is in line with your DTI. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. If you need help with purchasing or selling a home in the Middle Tennessee area, I would be happy to help you. You can reach me at any time. My phone number is 615-554-0832. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.